And joining me now is Dr. Alan Langnas, and he is the director of the Nebraska Medical Center, ASTS president. And thank you so much for joining me and talking. A lot of excitement surrounding the second WTC joint meeting. So what are you most looking forward to?
Oh, there's so much exciting stuff happening here right now. It's a pretty amazing event, and it's surprised me it's taken us 8 years to do this again. But certainly, without a doubt, the highlights of this meeting are going to be our 2 Nobel laureates who are going to be speaking. It's extraordinary. You know, it's a really great opportunity to ever hear one of these people speak, and to actually have 2 of them in the same venue is really quite special. And we really appreciate them spending the time and energy to come here. And then, of course, you know, the fact that we're getting all 3 of these organizations together, you know, in one meeting, and it's really demonstrates again why this is really a global field. You know, we have the American Society of Transplant surgeons, as well the American Society of Transplantation, which is the physicians mostly, and as well as our global partners, the Transplantation Society. So I think that's really great, and it provides a really unique and diverse scientific background, so people can share new and exciting new ideas.
So I know that you're coming to the end of your term, so what do you see as the greatest challenge in the field or the society?
Well, for us here in the United States, clearly one of our biggest challenges, you know, of course, the biggest challenge always is a lack of donor organs, so that we can take care of all the desperately ill people who would benefit from that. But at a more, you know, I guess I hate to say mundane level, but really where sort of the rubber hits the road, and so much what we do is sort of the regulatory burdens that we have to deal with. You know, the governmental interventions and the advocacy issues we have to do on behalf of our membership to help steer the government into maybe the right direction, so that we can better align regulatory desires on their part with the kind of outcomes that will be helpful to the field and the patients we have to care for.
Yeah, and I know a big role for you was advocating for transplant issues with regulators, also legislators. So what do you think that they aren't hearing or need to hear?
Well, I think some of the challenges is, you know, at a minimum, is just getting some of the different entities that function in this space. So we have transplant centers, and then we also have organ procurement organizations. And oftentimes the metrics that both of them are trying to achieve based on government oversight are not well aligned. And we should be very tight partners in everything we do. And right now, it's not that we don't get along and don't want to do all the right things, but our overseers at times, you know, demand us to take maybe somewhat different paths.
You've had a big year, so let's talk about some of your accomplishments, if we might.
Well, it's been a great year. It's been an amazing organization. I'm very privileged to work with so many terrific people. I think if I would speak to one of the core issues that I tried to accomplish this year was to really firm up the accreditation of all of our training programs. We are the accrediting body for the transplant surgery training in the United States. So, you know, putting more structure into that, and now we've also initiated a certification process. So once these young people who finish training come out, we can now develop a process where we actually certify them. And I think that will bring great value to not only the American public, but those individuals who get that certification certificate.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Dr. Langnas, so nice to meet you, and thank you for your time.
Thank you.